I cannot emphasize the importance of forgiveness, everyone. Here, I just want to show off my flower. Isn't it pretty? Howdy, everyone. I don't know. It is Sunday today. I think the 23rd of May, I believe. I don't know. I know it's 1720 hours. I do know that. And I don't know. I just felt like making some more content. More dumb, basic SHIT. So I'm not going to be talking. Just going to be cleaning. Already got the clothes in the machine, so eventually just got to go in the dryer. The other day, I put that up, this up right there. If you watched the previous video, this is the 5-letter word I was talking about. On Tuesday, what day was that? Let's see, if today's the 23rd, 21, 22nd. I think the 19th. Anyways, it was Tuesday. Gosh, damn, my memory's so bad, and my mental cognitive ability to just mathematically deduce the days because of today's Sundays today and is the 23rd. What day was it on Tuesday? I'm so dumb. All I could do is 7 minus 7 equals 17. 27 minus 7 is 16. No, yeah, 16. So that means Monday is the 17th. It was the 18th then. It was Tuesday the 18th, I guess. I don't know, 18 or 19. There, I figured out almost 2 ways to do it. I put that up because, lucky me, my better half was so kind after I had just finished reading an article about how couples who have like at least 10 positive interactions throughout the day tend to do better. And because our relationship hasn't been the best, and I know, I have to take responsibility for it. And I wanted to try to start working towards that. So just the very same day that I said, you know what, let's make today a good day. Let's be extra nice. Stuff to show. I texted her while she was out in her clinic, to ask her how she was doing. When I noticed she came home, I opened the door. I went outside and greeted her, gave her a kiss, and that's on top of all the other things I do for her. I do little things for her, but I don't know if she realizes it. I think she just takes it as like, she's just used to it, like normal, like me going to get her drinks from the kitchen, or getting our daughter food. That's my job because that's our daughter, and that's my pleasure. She's the joy of my life. Sorry, Mariah, if I'm embarrassing you and this is cringe, but if that's what you think. Anyways, so yeah, this is Oficios. I already started with the laundry. I already helped mom load the dishes in the dishwasher because she was in the kitchen, asked if she needed help. So we're going to put the dishes tonight. And now I started with this. I already, I swept that. And I also went outside and did that. So now let's start with the mop. Taking the mic off. Alright, I'm gonna try something new. I have a rubber band. Let's see if the rubber band will hold the phone. So even though this is at a less than 90-degree angle, it can capture the floor. I do this. Oh, so like I was saying, thank goodness that, remember that I told you guys I relapsed, and one of those relapses was actually the medication, one medication I prescribed. So that wouldn't happen anymore, I bought a pill bottle locker. So instead of getting all the meds at once, I would just get like a certain amount of day supply and keep the rest in, and that thing was locked with a key. Thank goodness I did that, and I should have done the whole thing. Which I guess whatever, at least I still have them, but I'm just not emotionally intelligent. Just the whole thing got me all really, really, really depressed. I don't know why I turned the fan on already, but I haven't mopped. It got me really, really, really depressed, and I get really, really depressed, like really, really depressed, and make unwise choices. My whole life has been like that. But I take my antidepressant, and I feel like after years, like it feels like it's already been like the clinic I'm at now. I actually take it like diligently, and I felt like I noticed a change that after taking for years. But I don't know if I should up the dose, and I'm just afraid that those medications really do alter the way your brain, like the cells in your brain communicate with one another. And one thing I heard the other day, you guys all know about, free, what is it, free energy or empty energy, and about frequencies and sound. Essentially, electricity and magnetism, those are just two forms of frequencies. They're just different levels of the spectrum. So everything is a frequency down to it. Everything in the known universe, and how they say the known universe is, I think, is static, that it's always moving. Even whether that's the case or not, it's all of it is frequencies. Quarks or whatever, and the muons or whatever, they have their up and down motion. I was just texting that to my stepfather today.
Again, if you watched the previous video, I am moving the camera right now through the corridor. That's the end of it. That's where the mirror was. When it broke, it didn't shatter. It was just a single crack in it. And I'm at the end of the corridor. Right now where I'm standing is about right there where I'm sweeping. That's where she was. And watch when I move the camera, I'm going to show you where I was and where Mom was.
And I must tell myself a story, because if not, you gotta speak up for yourself. Because if not, people will try to bring you down. They'll try to, it's defamation. It's defamation. And we have the freedom of speech.
Okay, that little corner, that's where she was yelling out of. I was by the group table right there where my mom put the camera. That's where I was standing. And Mom was standing at the end towards the left. So we were right in front of each other. And she was right back, like all the way to the right. Which then she was yelling off of the top of her lungs.
I could have, thoughts that are incorrect. Or, like they say, when you assume, you make an ass out of me, so maybe I should not assume. But after what happened on Tuesday, the 16, 17. After what happened the 18th of April, I can no longer, how they say you can like somebody, but you don't like them. Well,
this is pretty much where I was standing, but I was facing, like where the mirror was. And then Mom was right in front of me, literally like a foot away, and she was asking me a question. But down by the very end, where those doors were, she was at the door of her room,
Especially
yelling
after
out the top of my lungs, and I
I'm went
kept saying,
above and
"I
beyond
will
that
talk
day.
to you as soon as
I
I'm
put a
done talking
spray.
to my mom." Eventually, it started escalating where I
See
started
this?
yelling
You
at
know
her
what
because
she'll
she
do for
wouldn't
me?
listen and she wouldn't let me talk to my mom.
I would reciprocate, but like, even on a higher level, you know? And I've always been like that too. Like, she makes more money than me. We all know that. Somehow she makes more money than me. Always has more money than me. Yeah. When Mariah wants to eat, garbage, which granted, we all want to eat garbage nowadays. Just as you get older, you realize you can only do it maybe once a week. I'm always the one that has to provide it for her. I'm the one that started the Saturday tradition, because how they say it's good to have structure in your life. And I want our daughter to at least have a childhood where she can have a couple of fond memories. I know I'm poor financially, but that doesn't mean that we can't be spiritually rich. And the more I know, the more I work on my faith, eventually things will just fall into place. I'm gonna just pick this up. Perdón. Where's it that back? Alright, so the victory clue, when we gotta start back up, is after that tile right there. And I'm gonna take this up to stand. And I'm gonna put the mic back on. So that I don't distract Papa Alex too much with my recording. He's sitting on his throne watching TV. Yeah, man. If I can find the thing, I'll show it to you guys. Alright, so there's right here. Usually I take the broom to like take all the dirt off. Let me see if I can find a small broom. I did a bucket the other day, but after only a couple, like after just rinsing out a couple of oh no, the thing's not there. Whatever, that's good enough for now. After rinsing out a couple of how do you call it? Like stains on the floor, and then it got dirty again. Oh, where did I put that thing? Because I want to show you guys what it was. I'm telling you, man. Just some things are just so effed. I honestly wanted, like, mom put a security camera. Because she really, she really thinks that she's gonna come after me and do something like, how you say, how I said it like 2 minutes ago, defamation. It's easy. You know how I'm gonna put a video somewhere, either up here or the description, and it's gonna talk about two types of people, uh, 3D versus 5D. That's why I've been mentioning that a lot, because I've seen this video. This lady, I don't know the exact channel name, but the name that she goes by is The Alchemist, and she really has some interesting topics on the matter. I'll put a link to her video too. Where's my I gotta put that tire and that seat back on there if I want to sell that. But that is a nice beach cruiser. The only thing is, I had to use the laces because I was missing the bolt that goes to the thing. But it works pretty well. The washers only got 9 minutes leave. Oh my goodness. Okay. Right now I'm trying to look for the pill lock thing. that I bought where I had, the other 20 days worth, which if it wasn't for that, I would have been out, you know, I would have cried. I've cried before actually, thinking that I lost my meds because it's just so hard. Sometimes it's even hard with meds because, like, I don't know what it is, but right now, thank goodness, they gave me another one that actually helps me to listen and helps me to focus, and it's a life changer. And I told my doctor too. I'm like, I finally understand, which I wasn't happy about it because then it made me think like, shite, maybe I do have that, like the diagnosis that it's meant to treat, and I didn't want to think I did because who wants to think they have another diagnosis? Nobody wants to think that they have something else. But I finally understand how it actually helps people that have that condition. When you normally think like, how would that help that person? It's all a matter of you excite certain neurons, right? That way, once those neurons are excited, then it allows the other neurons, which are needed to perform the task at hand, to do what it needs to do. And I picked that up while I was on it because it made me realize, like, I guess that's kind of how it works. And once it made sense to me, my first thought was like, damn, man, that means I might have, the condition that I didn't want to have. I can't find it.
This is what it is. It's called a pill lock box, pill bottle lock. And the reason why I decided to go with this is because at one point I had my mom hold my medicines, and sure enough, at one point they were
Yeah, wait, let me
stolen.
show you one thing. They sell it at Walmart. I'll see if I can link it in the video. Um, but this is the only bottle that could fit in it. It has to be a small bottle. You put it inside there and you lock the top with a key. It's a black thing. It's a pill container with a lock. And so I had most of my meds there. And you wanna know what's more fucked up than anything? Um, when I went to get that med that she stole from me, before I left, since the pharmacy just happened to be in the supermarket, I was kind enough and I asked her, I'm like, honey, do you need anything from the supermarket? She gave me a list and I picked everything she needed up from the supermarket, which I normally do regularly. That's not anything new, but just, little things. I always make lists. I always go to places for her. I always have to go pick up her vape because she can't walk. It's like, the only advice I have to give to you guys is don't ever get married, okay? Or at least if you do, make sure that whomever you're thinking about getting married to is on the same like spiritual level as you. Like you guys go to the same church and you guys agree about like religion and shit like that because that plays a big role in everything in life. Just like the Jesus said, basic instructions before leaving Earth. That's what the Bible is, and it really is true. All right, let me put this back. I can't find the thing. Yeah, I did have two containers where I kept my medication. The first one was one that used like a number combination, which I would change sporadically. I think now it could have been my fault. I may have forgot to put it back to 000. Thus, she could have just went up to it, and she knew that I had just gotten my shite, you know. But I thought she was doing good, because she was actually, I was impressed, because I found out like she was making her stuff last. I was really proud of her, and now to find this out, this makes me sad. Anyways, you guys let me throw this away. when I find something worth recording again, I'm gonna finish sweeping. When I get back, I'll get back when I start doing the cube.
All that dirt, it accumulates. There's that one over here, but I didn't go far enough. The white cord is the charging phone. This battery, we gotta take to Home Depot because we haven't had it long enough for it to go bad. Damn, when I switched to electric and look what happens. Everything in that whole electric BS goes to the government. Which is also a joke. Alright, so. Get it beforehand. What's the problem with dust? When you feel dusty, you have to literally, sometimes it won't move with the rest of the dirt. You just gotta pick it up and throw it in the garbage.
Is it not interesting how dust is literally just human skin? I always thought that was interesting. Oh, there's another thing that I found out after going to the clinic last, let's see, 7, 16. I think on the 13th, my metabolism, I hope my metabolism is super slow, or I got a problem with either my kidney or my liver, one of the two. Alright, let's put this bad boy back up. Let's make more content no one's gonna watch. Somebody wants to stay towards the end for the big regret. I'm not gonna do that to you guys. Maybe I'll put a timestamp. Let's see if I watch my own video.
Definitely has to be just mopped up. See more dust, damn it.
grab whatever we need at the table.
He's here. Johnny's fucking man, boy. Oh. Bring me my son. My brother. You're a smart man.
Okay. Here we have living room, living room, dining room. If you're lucky, the best get stuck with the what is this called? Maybe capture yourself. Shit, I'm sorry, mates. If you're lucky, the dust will stick with this. I wish I could with this called la escoba. Broom. That's what it is. And make a mess. So we got the hallway, the entry area, living room, and dining room down. And we gotta remember get the dust off of the broom. I could probably do take a little break, because it's just nice to take breaks between chores. You know, that way it's not so monotonous. And I'll start putting the clothes in the dryer. Right after I put my clothes in the dryer, I found like other things I could have put, like my how you call it? I could put my damn la toalla, my towel, and I didn't, cause I pushed up, ladies and gents. Yeah, man. I've been thinking a lot about, although it's still on 9 minutes. Eso es una locura. Oh, look, the ants. I sent a message to my stepdaughter so I could show her the little area that mommy uses to prepare her food. They all seem to like want to walk away when I get here. I'm not gonna do anything to you guys. There you go. Look at that. Look at all the ants. Look at that. And keep in mind, this is the dryer. Okay. They can only be here for one reason only, and the reason is because the person who loves to get food from this fridge, which belongs to, and she loves to get everything, put it on here, prepare it, but you got to think about relativity, okay? One little crumb to us, we just look at it as a crumb. Oh, it's just on the ground, whatever. But one little crumb to an ant, that could probably feed like whole family of ants, okay? Now, some people don't mind living like that, but everybody's got the right, to have their home how they want to have their home. But I don't think my parents, who've worked hard their whole lives, went to school, they both graduated, from university. They worked hard for what they got for. They own a single family home, which is probably worth at least half a $1 million. I mean, yeah, $500,000, if not more, because the one on the street sold for like $675 or some shit like that. fucking crazy. Okay? I don't think they work this hard their whole lives so that they can have fucking ants on top of their fucking dryer, okay? And I know I'm not gonna get no AdSense. There's no AdSense don't make sense. It's more like AdSense, okay? Because people wanna, and you know why? Another reason too, just like Second Thought. Remember them put their link in the channel. Now, Second Thought's all about socialism, blah blah blah, capitalism. You wanna know what I'm about? I'm about individualism, okay? Find out who you truly are, just like it says in the Matrix. Know thyself, okay? You get to know yourself. Once you look inward, that's when you start realizing, like, do I really need this? Is this really bothering me in life? You know, you start realizing a lot about yourself. You know, and you become none the wiser because of it, and it can do nothing but help you at all whatsoever. Okay, but yeah, man, I definitely, and I was so excited because whatever. Anyways, let me stop. You guys saw the dirt from the living room, dining room. I don't know if I'm gonna mop or if I'm gonna make a thing. I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna go outside and clear everything and focus sticky. Wait a minute. That whole time I was talking, did I talk for 9 minutes? That little dialogue that I just did? No, I didn't. Oh my goodness. That thing is so. Okay. Remember what I've said, ladies and gents. If you live in a neighborhood where people share dryers, the rule of thumb is after you're done using the dryer, you yourself must take the lint off, okay? Nobody wants to touch lint that came off your clothes, okay? Here, this is a home, so if one day out of nowhere, which it will never happen, Dad asked me, like, David, can you clean my clothes? Because Dad is very independent. He can do shit for himself. But if he ever did, I clean the lint, and I don't give an F. I've had to fold plenty of clothes, which in the beginning it used to make me feel uncomfortable. After a while, I just saw it as cotton cut up and stitched up in a certain way. And hopefully it was cotton. Yeah, it was cotton. Made to fit the body of an individual. Which made me think maybe I should become an MD. I just gotta get used to, but if I ever become an MD, I want to, learn more about, is it zero level energy or empty energy? The thing that Nikola Tesla was working on. Because that's correlated with frequencies, and how they say that, they used to think that the brain used to work on electrical impulses. What do you think electricity is? Electricity is a frequency, you dumb Mars. You can't say electricity is not a frequency. And so is magnetism. And one thing that I found out the other day that was pretty cool from this one actor was that the way you can tell if it's a magnetic wave or an electrical wave is the way the wave goes down. If it goes down like rotating like clockwise is one of the two. If it goes counterclockwise, it's the other. And that's how you can tell the difference between like a magnetic wave and an electric wave. But they're still waves, and anything that's a wave is a frequency. So everything is made of frequencies, including electricity. Yeah, I wonder why the FBI raided the New Yorker in the apartment where Nikola Tesla was staying. Isn't that interesting? And they sure as heck did, because it's all the big companies. That's what, and another thing too. Alright, this is on a serious note, guys. You guys seen how far we've advanced with AI, right? Do you guys realize that politicians, all those people in Congress, and even down to like the judicial system, you know that they're all obsolete completely, right? You guys know that, right? Right? They just don't want you to know about that because then they're not going to be able to get, they get money through bribes, they get money through donations. I call them bribes. Here in the States, they call them something else, lobbying. But fuck that, man. That shit ain't no lobbying. That's just a fucking bribe, man. They just want to, it's called whitewashing. When Al Capone was making illegal, what is it called? Alcohol during Prohibition, he was breaking the law. But when the Kennedys were doing it, they called it bootlegging. Get the fuck out of here, man. Shit. Always gotta. So as long as it fits your narrative. Oh, that passed that Bush enacted. First of all, they were all in on 9/11. That was an act perpetrated to so that they could take away more liberties from the citizens. What was that? I don't know. So I forget what it's called, but it gives the CIA the right to check your phones, like how much, like what numbers call you, how often they call you, how often your phone calls, this and that. And of course, obviously, I'm sure they use software that monitors for certain words like bombs or kill or da da da, this and that. Now, I understand it for the safety and for the, to promote anti-terrorist laws, but the fact that the CIA knew all the people ahead of time that were in charge of the fucking 9/11, but they couldn't share that information with the FBI, because the difference between the CIA and the FBI is the CIA is supposed to operate within outside the borders. So technically, U.S. law does not apply to them. They're not out gathering intelligence so that they can then go to court and prosecute somebody based on evidence that they've gathered. They're just gathering intelligence to try to make our country safe. Okay, but so that's why they don't like sharing information with the FBI, because then the FBI will be like, "How did you obtain this?" It was Judge Walden that wrote the search warrant. FBI agent. Judge Walden died in 2012. Oh, I'm sorry, not Walden. I meant Judge Warren. Judge Warren? You mean the district attorney for the state of so and so? Oh, that means Judge Warren? Man, just move away. And that's okay. CIA, they do their shady shit. Other countries do their shady shit. That shit's been around forever. It ain't nothing new. But I love how they word things so that, like, the average person will just maybe, like, read, like, the title and say, oh, this sounds like a good bill. But once they actually start, like, looking into it and reading, like, what the bill enables, like, the government to do, that's when you start realizing, like, holy shit, did we just give the president the power to start a war at any given time based on whatever the fuck reason? Or did we just give the CIA the right to not just, surveil people people from abroad whom they think are going to be they're going to be whatever to our they're going to cause act of terrorism in our nation. And terrorism is also another made-up word that is I call it propaganda. Terrorism. I said it when I read it before. But once that's when you realize that shit, they're just taking away liberties. And also another thing everyone must know: DJT, soon as become president next January, expect this. I think this is gonna be the best, especially for all you MAGA fans. You guys are gonna love this. He's gonna allow every single, not a single exception, but every single criminal that is locked up right now, as long as they're a U.S. citizen, he's gonna free them. Complete, no question asked, pardon without any type of parole or anything. If anything, he might give them jobs as the president because, nobody's gonna want to work those jobs anymore. And so he might help them get jobs too to get a social study. And all of the illegals that are coming to this country, doing all those bad things that they do to our people. He's gonna put those people in the prisons that they just released all the real prisoners, well, all the people that were unjustly prosecuted. Because if you're a real American, you don't break the law. Only illegals do.
Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud. It does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails.